Well, it's Thursday, and of course, as you know, we're joined by InFocus Health correspondent Lino Madu. Welcome again.
Thank you.
InFocus, what do you have for us today?
Well, today we're looking at maternal and children's health. The United Nations Children's Fund, UNICEF, recently released its report on infant and maternal mortality worldwide. In sub-Saharan Africa, many mothers and babies die due to a lack of basic medical care at birth, but Niger is taking steps to address the problem. Here's the story. Aminatu Mukaila is one of thousands of women benefiting from the recent introduction of free prenatal health care in Niger. She is 8 months pregnant and has come to Medina Integrated Health Center in Niamey, Niger's capital, for a regular checkup. With less than 50% of pregnant women in Niger attending prenatal health services, the government is working with the UNICEF to boost the availability and quality of maternal health care, especially in rural areas. Mary Mutanda, a maternal and newborn health specialist, says it's beneficial for pregnant mothers to go through this process.
So when they use these services, then they can be assisted whenever emergency occur, because most of obstetric emergencies occurs during delivery time.
Both maternal mortality and child mortality in Niger are among the highest in the world, and on average, a woman gives birth to 7 children. Delivering a child at home is a deeply entrenched tradition among Nigerian women.
The advice I give to my friends is to go to the prenatal specialist because it's good to be sure of the health of your baby. If you don't, you run the risk of complications and losing the baby.
In the Maradi region in southern Niger, health workers travel to remote villages to help mothers and monitor the health of newborn children. They advise mothers to use clean water, treat diarrhea, and breastfeed their newborn children in order to keep them healthy. Well, now we go to Senegal, where a community health center in the Kolda region is having a measure of success in reducing infant mortality. Take a look. Kolda is a region of Senegal that historically has had one of the country's highest rates of infant mortality. Dado Sabali's first 4 children all died before their first birthday from either disease or malnutrition. A 5-year-old son and an infant daughter survive. Sabali credits a community health center in Kolda for keeping them alive.
At first, Abdoulaye was suffering from malnutrition, but we went to the community center where I learned to feed him properly and he got better.
UNICEF supports the community center. It offers mothers like Sabali a comprehensive approach to medical care. Among other things, infants are weighed and measured regularly to detect early malnutrition. The Senegalese government, with help from NGOs, reduced malnutrition there from 22% to 17% between 1995 and 2005. Ian Hopewood is an official in Senegal with UNICEF.
Well, I think there are 2 or 3 strategies. One is the strategy of trying to involve more of the community and community-based health workers and the families.
Another strategy is to involve grandmothers who play an important guardian role in Senegalese society. These elderly women are encouraged to gather with their daughters and grandchildren in a central location and pass along generations of wisdom about what it takes to keep young children and their mothers alive and healthy. Dr. Gelai Sall is one of the leading pediatricians in Senegal. He is pushing the country to expand programs that work on a local level.
It is imperative to apply on a large scale this type of intervention, which can lead to a reduction in child mortality.
Half the children in Senegal who die under 5 are less than a year old. Many die in the first hours and days of life. Lenore Moudou, VOA News.
Very informative.
Yes, and UNICEF, of course, say that more than half of all maternal and newborn deaths occur during childbirth and first few days of the baby's, life. So it is very, very important to address these issues.
Very important, because really mothers go through these risks just to bring us to life, and everybody should do everything possible
to make sure
Absolutely.
they live after they give us life.
Absolutely.
Great.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you very
Thank
much.
you so much, Lenore.
You bet.
And so we want to thank Lenore for joining us today. So be sure to watch for Lenore Madu every Tuesday and Thursday for the latest health news in Africa right here on In Focus.
And of course, for more information on these stories, please go to voanews.com/TV to Africa.